Oops. Okay. Then I'll read it out. Okay. Okay, to have all of you here once again. So we'll be talking about what went well last week, what could have been better, what are you most excited about working on today? Also, is there anything you are unsure about that we can discuss as a team?
Yeah, Christiana, maybe put this text in a text pad, open it and share the screen. Let it be visible to everybody and answer.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So team, this is very, very important. Okay. So these questions, how we answer on daily basis, right? That adds the value to the organization and the project. Not only that, it basically, tells the story of your productivity throughout the day or in the last, 24 hours. What effort you have done, that basically you express in these answers. If you are not able to answer properly, or if you are not participating to put your thought well on this, then that basically will be considered as a low productivity of your performance. So because throughout the day nobody is watching what you are doing, right? So in these 5 minutes, how you are presenting, how you are answering your work, that that makes a lot of sense for the manager. Okay.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so the question again, what went well last week? What could have been better? What are you most excited about working on today? And is there anything you are unsure about that we can discuss as a team? So I'll be calling on Ramya to go first.
Hi, Christina. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, uh, last week I was able to complete a component which I was preparing for a demo, and it was much easier than I expected it to be, and it worked out for me actually, and I'm preparing for a demo for this week, and I'm more excited to complete this and move on to the next step, as we did Jira today, which was a new step for us to move forward. And I was very excited to learn more things about Jira as well. And there is nothing that is not to be discussed as a team. We can discuss each and every issues as a team.
Okay, Ramya.
And that's all.
All right. Thank you so much for your response. So I'll be calling on Jivan.
Yes, ma'am.
So the questions for the day are on my screen, so you can kindly give your answers.
Yeah, last week I had done with the structural design part.
Yeah, just a point. So you need to be very to the point for these questions and answers. Okay. So read the question and answer it as per that.
Shall I start, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah, last week I went through the design pattern, different design pattern. I completed the structural design pattern in that one. I completed four to five design pattern. What could be better means I need to try harder to learn remaining concepts very fastly and very thoroughly. That could be better for me also. Then what was exactly working on today? I learned today means I learned a new technology called as Jira, and I learned that one. It is very good to me also, and in my profession also. That is the most excited thing today. Is there anything you? No, no, that's it.
All right, Jivan, thank you so much. So, Sandia, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah. So last week, I could solve some of the issues for myself. Like, um, I did it better. Like, I myself tried doing some of the things. And most excited about working on today, we started with Jira. That is the most excited thing. And I'll be working on the components and this week presentation I am gonna give. So I'll be preparing for that too. So anything we can discuss as a team? Actually, as of now, nothing. If there's anything, I'll let you know. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Sandia, thank you. So I'll be calling on Anki.
Hi, hi, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, last week, what I was done is I created a EC2 mission, and EC2 mission. I downloaded in a Docker. In the Docker, I set up into the Nginx, and also like Tomcat. Those are I downloaded from through EC2 in Docker. And also last day of last Friday, I started a Jira creating. Today I done Jira account creating. That's the enough from my side.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Akshada.
Hello, ma'am. So last
Hi.
week I was working, like I was installing the application. So I was getting difficulty in setuping. So Sandhya helped me for that. So that will have been better for from my side, but Sandhya helped me. And today were working on Jira. So how we have to create epics and stories. So that was the exciting part. Today's exciting part. That's it.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Akila.
Hi, Christiana. So what went well was last week I worked with the components and was preparing for the demo as well. And creating Jira account went well last week. And what could have been better was my present preparation towards the demo. I didn't prepare for the PPT, so I'm working on it again this week. And most excited to learn this week is on Jira software and how it works on it. So, and simultaneously, I'm preparing for the PPT as well to prepare for the demo this week. And third question, there's nothing so far. There's no issue.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you. Afrain, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Last week I did API testing where I got some issues and I resolved it with the help of Sandhya. Then today we are working on Jira tool. Jira tool I have learned about this theoretical, but today we are doing it practically. So I'm very excited about this. Another thing is as a team we should discuss a problem with each other. That's it.
Okay, Afrain, thank you for your response.
Thank you.
I think we've covered everybody. Yeah, so sir, this session is we are done with this session. Sir? Okay, so I actually have a
Yeah.
presentation for you
Sorry,
also.
I missed you. Can you come again?
Okay, sir. So I said we are done with the daily stand-up session.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have any other topics to cover?
Yes, the presentation you assigned to me.
So you want to start from the agile? Uh,
Yes,
um, okay, we can do that.
okay, sir.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, team. So today I'll be bringing us to speed on what Agile is, the Agile methodology, and how it's going to impact our project as a team. So we are going to be exploring the core values and principles that underpin this popular approach to project management. We're talking about Agile. So Agile is revolutionizing the way we work and how it can benefit
Hello.
our project. So it's going to be an exciting one, and I'll try to make it straight to the point, okay? So I know you must have heard of Agile. People use the term Agile, but you might not know what Agile really means. So what is Agile? Agile is a methodology for software development that promotes more flexible and interactive processes. So it emphasizes improved customer satisfaction through continuous delivery. So under project management, we have different methodology. We have the waterfall, we have the agile. There are several of them, right? But for software industry, agile seems to work for the software industry. Not just software industry, other industries also make use of agiles, and we are going to discuss that later. So what do we use agile for? Agile is an iterative and incremental approach to project management. So agile focuses on delivering value early and often. So agile emphasizes collaboration, adaptability, and continuous improvement. Agile can be applied to various projects, not just software development. Okay, so I will still explain what I mean by iterative and incremental in the course of this. So, like I mentioned earlier, there are different types of project methodology. We have the waterfall, we have agile, we have Six Sigma, we have lean, we have all manner of project methodology. So what is the difference between the popular waterfall, the old traditional project management methodology, and this agile that everyone is talking about? Let's find out. Okay, so I'll give you an example so you can relate to what I've written here. So, for example, in a construction industry, let's say you have a project at hand and you want to build a duplex. You have a building to construct. So you have to lay the foundation first, then before you start molding setting the bricks, and before you can get to the roofing, before you can now start plastering, before painting and every other thing. So one step at a time. That means one process has to complete before you can begin the next phase of the project. Okay, so that is the waterfall methodology. So that means until one step is completed, you can't move on to the next step. And this method has its own advantage as well as its own disadvantages. But for agile means flexibility. It means adapting to change, right? So if several people can be working on a particular component of a product at the same time, so it helps your work to be faster. It helps you deliver value on time and helps you get your product to the market way faster than the waterfall methodology, okay? And it brings value to the business owner more quickly than the waterfall methodology. So I'll take us through this. So we say that the waterfall methodology, please, I hope you can still hear me and I hope I'm not too fast. Please give me feedback.
Little bit slower, please, and little bit like lesser voice. It will be helpful for
Okay.
me.
Okay, thank you.
Join the stand-up meeting, 12 o'clock.
Okay, so I was talking about the waterfall methodology, right? So waterfall
Yeah,
methodology
so
uses
after
a
this
linear
meeting,
approach.
you can present, or
So
else
what do we mean by that?
we'll
Progress
wait for one
through
slot.
distinct phases sequentially. That means, for example, if you are working on a software product and you are using the waterfall methodology, you have to go through the requirements phase, the design phase, the development, the testing, then before you deploy. One phase has to complete before you start the other. Unlike the agile methodology where you can work iteratively and incrementally. That means you can break down work into smaller chunks, and then everyone is assigned, like different people are assigned to different parts of that project and they are working on it at the same time. And if we can carry out testing, we can get feedback from end users and then improve, that's the iterative part of it, improve on our product at the same time, like side by side. We don't have to wait to get the design ready, the UI UX design ready. Then the developer will now work on it. Then before taking it to the tester, before now taking it to the market to get feedback. This agile method actually saves us a lot of time. It saves us a lot of resources. A lot of money is saved on this method because you are getting feedback faster from the end users, and you can quickly make adjustments on your product before, while you are working on it. You can make adjustments and then keep sending out, we call it increments. When you have an increment ready, you can send that to the end users, they test it and give you feedback, then you keep improving your product. So you don't have to wait till the end of a particular time, let's say after 3 months, before you now have a grand launch for your product. By then it will be too late to detect errors. It may be too late to detect, let's say low quality codes or any dysfunction in the product you have built. So, but if you are using the agile methodology, you can easily detect error and work on it quickly, unlike the waterfall methodology. So that's the difference between waterfall and agile methodology. Okay, so we say that, I'm going to the second point. Waterfall methodology is rigid. Changes are difficult and costly once a phase is complete. Imagine the construction I used as an example earlier on. You have finished finished working on a building, and then you discover that there was an error with the foundation. So does it mean you have to bring down the entire building to fix that error? But if you're using Agile, you are already getting, sir?
We are seeing the screen where you are showing the difference between waterfall methodology and agile. Is that the one which you are showing?
Yes, sir. So I was explaining waterfall and agile together. I didn't finish up with waterfall before going to agile. So I'm taking them one
By
talk about
one point.
waterfall, then talk about, yes,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm comparing them. Okay. So I was saying that waterfall is rigid. Changes are difficult with waterfall, and it's costly once a phase is complete. Before you go back to fix any defects, you have already spent a lot of money. But for Agile embraces change throughout the project life cycle. So Agile is built for change. So we can take up a new requirement or a new, whatever change is coming on board for that project, we welcome it and we work on it and deliver a product that has value to the customer. So we don't have to wait till the end of the project to discover that there was an error somewhere with Agile. Okay, so but for waterfall is suited for projects that already have stable requirements and limited uncertainties. That means you already know how this project is going to end. There is not going to be any change in the requirements. There is not going to be any change in the scope, in the timing, in the budget or whatever. There will be no change. This is fixed. But for Agile, if you have a complex product that you are working on and you are not sure of the full requirements, you can start work, and then as you gain clarity on the project, you make your adjustments on the product and then deliver value to the customer. So basically, that is the difference between waterfall and the agile methodology. So I will recap. I said waterfall is sequential. One step we have to finish, one phase we have to be completed before you start the next phase. But for agile, you can work on different components of a product at the same time. And agile welcomes change, but waterfall is rigid to change. So if you have a product that you are already aware of the requirements, you know that nothing is going to change in the budget and the scope, then you can use waterfall. But if you are not sure, if the project is a complex one and you know that the requirement is going to be changing, then agile would be a better methodology to use. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. So what are the advantages of agile over waterfall? Number one, faster time to market. So agile delivers working software early and often, gaining feedback and adapting quickly. Agile has increased flexibility. So it is easier to adjust to changing requirements and market demands with agile. So agile has improved quality. So continuous testing and feedback leads to higher quality software. Enhanced customer satisfaction. So early involvement and frequent feedback ensure the product meets customer needs. Boosted team morale. Collaborative environment fosters ownership and motivation. So Agile also has a reduced risk. So potential issues are identified and addressed early, minimizing risk of project failure. Remember the example I gave earlier? I said if you're working on a building project and you're already done with the entire building, you have roofed it, you have done everything, then you now discover that there was an error at the foundation or something. That is going to cost you more. But if you're working with the Agile methodology, you would have gotten feedback early from that foundation and you would have fixed the problem before moving on to other aspects of the project. Please, are we still following?
Christina?
Yes, sir?
No, not a sir. This is Jeevan. I got one doubt. Before doing the project, how will you get the feedback of that one in Agile model?
So let me see who's asking the question.
Jeevan.
Okay, what's your question, please?
Before doing the project, means any project in Agile model, how will you get the feedback before doing that one?
Okay, there are processes, right? There are processes. So by the time you've gotten the requirements from the business owner, you have you and your team have worked on the product backlog items, and then you have sorted the technical requirements, the features of that product and all. By the time you're working on it, the business owner might want to add some things or might want to change the scope of the project. So Agile welcomes that change. Okay, so unlike waterfall, the scope cannot change. The budget, the timing, everything is rigid. But for Agile, okay, we welcome the change. Let's see what value will this change bring to this project in the long run. So we also make have what we call increments. So let's say at the end of a sprint, I'm still going to come down to the sprint, what is expected and all of that. So at the end of a sprint, you and the team already have an increment. Okay, so you send that to the end user and they test it, they make use of that increment and give you feedback. So from that feedback, you can tell, okay, I need to improve on this aspect of my product, or I need to change something in this product. So you can quickly make that adjustment before moving on to other aspects of that product. Okay. Unlike the waterfall that by the time you are done, you are not getting feedback. To work on it may become tedious and may become expensive money wise. Do you understand?
Yep, done.
All right, thank you.
Let me add it a little more. So the question is, before completing the project, how we get the feedback, right? So the point is, we don't complete the project 100%, and it is like, if the project takes, let's say, 1 year of time, okay, and we are working in a agile mode. So every 2 weeks there will be a sprint, or that is also something like, we can decide whether it is 1 week or 2 week or 4 weeks. So let's say we have 2 weeks sprint. Okay. So 2 weeks means total 52 weeks will be there in a year. So total 26 sprints will be there. Okay. Now every 2 weeks means after every sprint, we have to show a demo. Now, within 2 weeks, whatever you complete, not the entire product, not the entire application. If you are able to, let's say, your work is to implement the registration page. Okay. Now, registration page includes so many different activities. Okay. It has its UI design, it has its integration with API, then all the workflows. Like that, there will be different activities to be done. Now, in the first week, let's say, or in the first 2 weeks, you are able to complete only the UI design. When I say UI design, like, positioning of the components, color combinations, all, styling, all kind of things, right? So at least whatever you have completed in that 2 weeks, show that to the business analyst or client if it is involved, or in customer if it is involved. Whoever is there, at least you have to show the demo, or even if they are not available, at least you have to show the demo to the team or to your lead, so that within 1 2 weeks of time, you will come to know if you are doing something wrong or you are going in the right direction. So you take the feedback that yeah, you are doing good, or you say no, color is not good, or positioning is not good, can we do it something better, or somebody gives some new ideas. So within, after that 2 weeks, whatever feedback we get, we consolidate them and we take action item on that what are the things we should change or we should improve. Then again, you create a task on those, and then you implement in the next week, along with some new other tasks you will be implementing. Let's say next week you will implement along with API integration. So now API integration plus whatever feedback was given in the last retrospective meeting. So you add them, and then now that combined thing you are demoing again, and then you will take feedback again. So like that, every sprint you have an opportunity to improve, catch the mistakes, and move on with the next sprint. Does it help?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So Agile has manifesto and principles. Let's go through them. So for the Agile manifesto, there are just 4 of it. Number 1, Agile prioritizes individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Okay, so individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Then number 2, Agile prioritizes working software over comprehensive documentation. So one major thing with waterfall, there is usually comprehensive documentation, and that takes time before everything is documented, and then everything has to be properly documented before the project can even start. But with Agile, documentation is also necessary, but you can be updating your documentation while the project is ongoing. So you don't have to wait for the entire documentation to be ready before you can begin working on the project. Okay, so for Agile, working software is the goal over comprehensive documentation. It doesn't mean there will be no documentation, please. All right. Agile also prioritizes customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So Customers could be the vendors you use, your end users, even your stakeholders also. They could be your customers over contract negotiation. So the fourth one, Agile prioritizes responding to change over following a plan. Remember we said waterfall, everything has to be sequential, one after the other. Until a phase ends, you can't begin the next phase. So, but for Agile, we can pick up change over following a plan. And does that mean we don't have a plan in Agile? No. We have plans, right? That's when the sprint planning comes in, and everything you do, the release planning and all of that. So Agile also follows a plan, but we adapt to change better than waterfall methodology. Please, I hope that is clear. Can we proceed, please?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So we say that the Agile Manifesto was published in 2001. It is a declaration of values by a group of software developers who sought a more flexible and responsive approach to software development. So these four values challenge traditional project management and emphasize human collaboration, working software, and continuous feedback and adaptability. Okay, so what are the key principles of Agile? So Agile has 12 key principles. I'll just read through this. Maybe at your leisure time, you can read more about it, okay? So Agile, number one, principles of Agile. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Okay, and then we welcome changing requirements, even late in development. So Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. So Agile delivers working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter time scale. Okay, so business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. So we have our daily stand-ups, right? So we evaluate ourselves. What did we work on yesterday? What are we doing today? And do we have any impediments and all of that? So everything is geared towards achieving our goal, our sprint goal, right? And also the product goal. So build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. So we have this, what is called, okay, Agile has different framework. We have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have XP, Extreme Programming, and the rest. Okay, so for this particular number 5, it says build projects around motivated individuals. For Scrum framework, they call it self-managing team. So the developers are self-managing, and then we give them that autonomy. They are motivated individuals, because if they don't have that motivation, your projects will suffer for it. So the group of people working on this project are highly motivated individuals, and we give them the environment and support they need, and then we trust them to get the job done. Okay, so number 6, the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. So working software is the primary measure of progress. So it's not just about the time invested or the money invested or the scope of the project. Do you have a working software? If yes, good, we have made progress. So Agile processes promote sustainable development. So the sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. Number 9, continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. So you have to pay attention to your technical features. It has to be excellent and of good design. Okay, so simplicity, the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, is essential. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. Then number 12, regularly, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. So for Scrum framework, we have what we call the sprint retrospective. We are going to talk about that in subsequent sessions, right? So the team comes together and then they evaluate each other. They evaluate the work done. Okay, what did we do well? What are the challenges we are facing? How can we improve our process? How can we handle conflicts better? And then how can we become more effective and efficient? So that reflection is done at the sprint retrospective. Okay. So why does Agile matter? Agile gives you that opportunity for increased flexibility and adaptability to change. So in Agile, there is improved communication and collaboration, and there is a faster time to market and delivery of value, higher customer satisfaction and engagement. Also, improved team morale and motivation. So these are the advantages of Agile and why we use Agile, okay? So in today's fast-paced and dynamic world, the ability to adapt and respond to change is crucial. Agile provides a framework that helps you do just that. By embracing Agile principles, you can increase your chances of project success, improve team dynamics, and ultimately deliver a better product or service to your customers. Okay, so Agile is not a specific methodology, but rather a set of values and principles. It is about adapting your approach to fit the unique needs of your project and embracing change. So Agile projects are typically broken down into smaller cycles, allowing for continuous feedback and adjustments throughout the development process. All right, we will still get to know more about Agile in the cost of in the next sessions we would have. So in conclusion, Agile is not a magic bullet, but it offers a powerful framework for working more efficient. Sorry, Agile is not a magic bullet, but it offers a powerful framework for working more effectively and collaboratively. By understanding the core values and principles, you can begin to apply agile practices to your project and reap the benefits of increased flexibility, improved communication, and faster time to market. Remember, Agile is a journey, not a destination. So be prepared to experiment, learn from your experiences, and continuously adapt your approach to achieve success. Okay, team. So this is a summary of what Agile is. So I hope we got to learn one or two things, and in the subsequent sessions, we are still going to go in depth into the different types of framework that Agile makes use of and how they are of benefit to our projects. So thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. And very good presentation, Christiana. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
So just I want to add a couple of things to it. Go back to your share. Share the screen. To the PPT. Yeah. So guys, just want to tell you that more so that you give a priority to agile methodologies. Okay. So it is like this. So let's say we belong to different countries or different states, okay, or different languages we speak. Okay. Now, when you travel to other country or other state, okay, if you are not able to mix up with their culture of that country where you have visited, okay, it will be very difficult to work collaboratively with those people, right? So, agile culture brings all types of people across the world into the same or similar mindset, okay, and that mindset is required so that in an organization you can work together. So irrespective of language, religion, or knowledge, your different skill set, different your qualifications, okay, whatever may be different, but when you work together in a team with all those varieties of differences, right? You will be able to collaborate and cooperate with each other, learn from each other, and help each other to contribute for the product, and also do your personal career growth, for your personal growth of your skills. Okay, so that is why this culture is required, which brings everybody into the same platform, where you will be able to flexibly work there and comfortably, have your days, which will be coming throughout your journey in that organization. Okay, so this is also a must thing to learn, and must to know all the terminologies surrounding agile, and adopt this culture, so that it will be easy for you to work in a project. Without this culture, what will happen is, when somebody asks you some question, somebody asks you to do some work, somebody asks you to stop some work, somebody asks you to change the priority of your work, you will easily get frustrated. You will think, no, it is not my job. You'll think, no, why I should do this, this is not right which you are asking me. Okay, so those all different types of personal skills complexity will be created. Okay, so it is important that you build your personal skills and be aligned with the process of the organization. And if you are not aligned with the process of the organization, you will not be able to perform your properly in the organization. Okay, so
Okay.
like, initially we have heard the questions about multitasking and blah blah thing, right? So for example, let's say you are working on a particular thing today. You were some of you were ready to present and give a demo, but I told, no, you have to finish the Jira, because I know what is the priority of this. Okay, so you have to always follow your managers or your leads, but you have opportunity to give your ideas. But at the end, whoever is the decision maker in your organization, you have to follow that decision. Okay, but these all kind of techniques and adaptability will come only when you have a knowledge about the process, or else you will be in a confusion, and you will always think, why I need this, why I should do this, all kind of thing. All negative things will come in your mind, and you will be spending your time in unnecessary stuffs. Okay, yeah. So
Yes, sir.
if any questions, please ask, so that we can clarify you.
Sir, in agile methodology, if one project came and if the project need to upgrade it by the client after the feasibility study, how the process will go and how they will get the feedback and how they will improvise that.
So it works like this. So when you have a high level requirement from the client, okay, everything we put into Jira in terms of epics and stories. Okay. Now, while epics and stories constantly being groomed, there will be a separate meeting which goes on with the client and the leads, architects, and business analysts, like that. So they will be constantly having a regular meeting on daily basis or weekly basis, and they will be grooming those requirements. Okay. So during that grooming session, they will be checking what are the changes are required and how to improve. So those epics and stories will be improved day by day, how you improve your code day by day. So there is no way that any question or any doubt come after very late duration of time. Rather, you have a chance to bring up all your new ideas or anything you feel better to be done on your daily meeting or weekly meeting. So those will be directly updated in Jira in terms of stories and epics. So and you are all the developers also integrated in Jira, and you directly work with those epics. So any changes have come, immediately you see those comments and you see those description, and you do your work basically. So everything will be intact, and everybody will be in the same page. Same epic, same story, same Jira platform you will use within a team, so that everybody knows what is the change you have in that particular story. All people will
Okay.
be in the same page.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
we manage this entire effort. Clear?
Yes, sir. So in the same page only, even developer will see that one, manager also, then we also will see that one, like that only. No, sir.
Yes, even client also, customer also,
Okay. Okay.
QA also, because QA will also test with based on the same description and specification.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, big hand for Christian, as he has done really good job.
Thank you, sir.